Tornadoes, wildfire, and of course hail is all about living in the Rocky Mountain region, but that does not mean you should not be prepared. So joining us now is the Executive Director with the Rocky Mountain Insurance Association, Carole Walker. Carole, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here.
It's never good news, but important for people to know what to do.
It is very important. And in terms of importance, in terms of last night, that hailstorm was very intense, right? A lot of people probably waking up with damage. I mean, it's a generic question here, but what should people do in terms of preparing themselves, insurance-wise, perhaps?
Well, if you're in the path of last night's storm and you had damaging hail, one telltale sign for your property is that stripped out foliage and then also dents in the barbecue grill, also just looking at the garage door. Get in touch with your insurance company immediately. You want to start coordinating to get an adjuster there. And if you have more maintenance type damage, just a little bit of fencing damage that may not meet your insurance deductible, that's something that you may just want to get fixed. But no matter what, even if you had some significant damage, if you can make some temporary repairs and then hang on to those receipts, because then that would be reimbursable under your insurance policy. But if you had significant damage from last night's storm, get in touch with your insurance company immediately.
Yeah, that sounds like that's probably the more prudent thing to do is keep those receipts too. How will this impact our rates at this point?
So, unfortunately, we are in Hail Alley.
Yeah.
So while one storm, and we're just getting started in severe weather season, doesn't have a direct impact on what our premiums are, unfortunately, we live in Hail Alley. We're ranked second in the nation for hail insurance claims. So that has one of the biggest impacts on what we pay for premiums in Colorado. And unfortunately, we have some of the fastest rising rates in the country. Not unusual for people's insurance premiums to double. But don't let that stop you from filing a claim if you have significant damage, because then we have another round of severe weather going through. Then you're going to have a leaky roof, even interior damage. So you really do want to, this is why you buy insurance, file a claim for that. But again, if you have more maintenance damage, it doesn't meet that deductible. Also, because we are in such a hail-prone area, many people have what we call a wind hail deductible on that roof. What that means is common for most people to have a $1,000 deductible, Brian, but they may have actually a percentage deductible. So a percentage deductible on the roof of what you've insured your home for. So think if you have $1 million home or even a $300,000 home, percentage of that, or a higher dollar deductible, anywhere from like a $5,000 or even $2,500 or more deductible. So now is the time, not just like knowing what to do when to file a claim, but also being insurance ready for hail season and know what your insurance covers.
Absolutely. We only got 30 seconds left, Carole, unfortunately. But, a lot of times we hear a lot about these scams. Once hail damage comes, you hear about these roofers that aren't licensed or whatever. Is there any prudent advice for any homeowners out there, auto owners, to, be preventative of scams?
Hail season in Colorado is also scam season. So telltale signs, red flags, are the door-to-door roofers with high-pressured sales techniques, saying, hey, I just need to get up on the roof, sign this contract. Now you're in a contract you can't get out of. Payment up front. If they're demanding payment up front for work they haven't done yet, another huge red flag. The reputable roofers have more than enough work. Coordinate with your insurance company. Also be checking out those roofers. Work with somebody reputable. Man, that is all great advice. Carole, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it. And you can find this full interview and more on our website, cbscolorado.com. We'll be right back.